Hey, honey. Her voice drifted to the background, as I could hear laughter and the clinking of dishes. A country tune was blasting in the background. She wasn't in the office. Where are you? I asked, sensing something was off. Why aren't you home yet? I'm at a really nice lounge, she replied casually. What the hell are you doing there? My voice faltered, a mix of confusion and frustration. Do you want me to come? No, she said quickly. I have a date. My heart stopped. My vision blurred. A date? The 45-year-old woman I had thought was happily married was going out with someone else? My mind raced. What did that even mean? I couldn't find the words to respond. It's just one night, she said, her tone dismissive. I'll be home in the morning. I'll be yours again. You want to cheat on me? My voice cracked, a mixture of disbelief and anger. It's not cheating if you know about it beforehand, she answered, almost too calmly. I felt my composure slip, my thoughts chaotic, and I yelled, No! It's not okay. Come home now. Honey, please understand, she pleaded, her voice almost too soft. The kids are gone. Our days are boring. This will spice up our sex life. No, it won't. Please don't do this. I pleaded, my chest tightening. She sighed, almost reproachfully. We've been married for 25 years. This is just one night out of so many we've had together. You can't do this, I shouted, feeling everything slipping away. If you do, we're done. She laughed softly. After everything, you really think this will end us? I'll be home tomorrow and we can talk then. The line went dead. I stared at the phone, my hand trembling. I called her back, but it went straight to voicemail. Frustration surged within me. I wanted to shout, to scream at her, but I knew it was futile. She had already made her choice. I had to find her before she went through with it. I couldn't let her destroy our marriage like this, even if she'd already taken the first step. The thought of her with someone else, it sickened me, but I couldn't just let it happen. I checked her phone. It was turned off. Panic crept in. I thought about calling the police, but then I realized how ridiculous that would be. I'd end up more humiliated than I already felt. I stood up and began pacing in the living room, my mind a whirlwind of thoughts. How could she do this? How could she think I'd just stand by and let her? No, our marriage had shattered the moment I'd answered that call. I sat down at my computer, determined. I wanted to cry, to give in to the sadness, but I knew that would only make me weak. I needed to act. I opened Google, searching for a divorce lawyer. I'd make an appointment. I'd move half the money from our joint account to a new account, separate from hers. I'd change my beneficiaries on my employer's website. But, of course, the internet was down. I cursed, staring at the spinning loading wheel. I grabbed a piece of paper from my notepad and began writing a list of the things I needed to do once the connection was back. I rummaged under the sink and grabbed a bottle of dark rum. I mixed it with cola, making a strong drink, and downed it quickly. Another one followed. I went to the bedroom, drink in hand, and collapsed on the bed, the blanket beneath me feeling cold. I let myself mourn the death of what we had, and tears flowed. I stared at the ceiling, my emotions swirling, when I heard her car pull into the driveway. For a moment, my heart leaped, until I remembered where she had been. Anger flooded through me. Had she really gone through with it? Had he not shown up? Either way, it didn't matter. What mattered was that she couldn't continue with this. Our marriage had to be over. I took my time getting out of bed, as if I couldn't wait to confront her. I'd sit in the bedroom chair, waiting for her. I wiped my eyes, trying to compose myself. I heard the front door open, then the sound of her walking into the guest bathroom. The water turned on, and I felt a bitter laugh rise in my throat. Isn't this what a cheating wife does? Cleans herself up after her lover? The sound of the water stopped. A few minutes later, she walked into the bedroom. She was wearing a black blouse with no bra, a tight crimson miniskirt, and high heels. She wasn't wearing stockings. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Was she really going out dressed like that? That outfit, it screamed, I could be taken any time. Where was my loving, humble wife, the one who had once meant everything to me? I couldn't recognize the woman in front of me. She met my gaze, her eyes full of defiance. Slowly, she lifted her skirt. There was nothing underneath. The space between us vanished in an instant. I had no idea how my pants ended up across the room so quickly, but somehow they did. I pushed her back onto bed and lunged at her. She squealed, half laughing, half crying. "You cheating?" I growled, my breath ragged. "You goddamn." I couldn't even finish the sentence. I just collapsed on top of her, both of us panting as if we just sprinted a mile. This was it. The last time we would ever make love as husband and wife. The thought hit me with clarity and sorrow, even as my body gave into the moment. After the wave of ecstasy passed, anger surged back. My hand twitched. Instinctively reaching back, I froze as if to slap her. She tasted like coconut. Flashes of images flickered through my mind. The guest bathroom, her clothes in a pile, a black blouse lying on top, a plastic bottle on the sink, about the same size as a beer bottle, a bottle of coconut oil. I choked on my breath. She burst into laughter, tears streaming down her face, streaking her mascara into black trails. "You really need to stop leaving your browser open when you read those dirty stories," she teased, still giggling. Oh. That's why her short, cryptic responses over phone had sounded so familiar. I had been too blind with rage to recognize the trope. "So you're not?" I whispered, almost afraid to believe it. She wrapped her arms and legs around me, squeezing me tight. "Of course not," she murmured. "I'm not stupid enough to cheat on the best husband a woman could ever dream of." Relief hit me so hard that I felt dizzy. But what if I had snapped? I muttered, "What if I grabbed a gun and shot you when you walked through the door? What if I'd transferred all our money out of spite? Or worse, what if I had made some furious Reddit post using your real name?" She smirked and kissed me. "High risk, high reward," she said playfully. When she whispered the word, reward, I groaned. She chuckled. "Besides, we don't own any weapons." And I disconnected the internet cable before I left, just in case. My date consisted of drinking a Cosmo and chatting with a bartender at the tavern. I told her my plan. She thought it was romantic. Romantic? The overwhelming whiplash, from burning rage to sheer relief, made my head spin. Literally. For a few seconds, the room tilted. "Did you think it was romantic?" she asked, her voice teasing. I exhaled sharply. "I'm not sure I'd call it that." She grinned against my chest. "I thought it was nice." Yeah. "Did it do anything for you?" I asked. She kissed me again. Top 10 all time. I propped myself up on my elbow, looking her in the eyes. "You do know that my fantasies about sharing you with another man are just that, fantasies, right?" "Absolutely," she said without hesitation. "And I would never share you with another real woman." She winked. I wasn't sure if that was supposed to make me laugh, send me running for the nearest pina colada, or make me crave one even more.